So I knew about King of the Nerds when it first came out. I was one of those people who, as a nerd, was skeptical of how they would treat nerds. It was one of those things of, are they going to be making fun of nerds, or are they going to be like helping nerds be nerdy? And so after watching the first episode, I was like, oh, okay, so it's that type of show. They're going to be supportive of nerds. They want nerds to have fun. And at that point, I was kind of hooked on it.
And how long have you said you've been to this?
I was born a nerd. I have been a nerd my whole life. Starting from as early as I can remember, I remember walking into my parents' room and being like, why is that guy hanging from the ceiling, and how did he move that stick with the light coming out of it from the snow? And from that point onwards, it was kind of a constant love affair with nerdisms and Star Wars, and it was pretty much constant throughout high school. It was the badge I wore, and everybody knew. It was a very small high school.
And of the things that you study, what part of the nerding geekiness, what level of part?
Sure. So I'm a scientist. That's what I do as a job. So I have some science, kind of all borders around biology and geology and maybe deep Earth history. That's kind of where my expertise is. I am a big fan of Star Wars. I'm a big fan of being like a competitive gamer. So card games, and I do enjoy lots of video games, but never have enough time to become really good at them. So it's very frustrating as a competitive person to sit there and only ever be mediocre at something.
And you're into RPG. What's your favorite RPG?
So I was recently RPGing the new FFG Star Wars game. I was leading it as the game master. I had 6 of my friends at my beck and call. It was a pretty good experience.
And how has this show helped you? How has it helped your life? What's happening today?
Yeah, one of the things that the show has taught me is that, like, it's okay to be a nerd and to, like, really represent that. I think when I came back from filming the show, a lot of my coworkers were like, where have you been? What's happening? And then it was announced that I was on the show, and everybody's like, why are you on the show? You don't seem very nerdy. And I realized that I had been hiding it a lot, especially in my adult life. And I decided from that point forward that that's not something I'm going to do anymore, that I'm just going to kind of let my nerd flag fly and just enjoy what that means. Like, some people are going to be turned off by it.
But some things nerds help you become an out-of-the-closet nerd.
Yeah, I'm an out-of-the-closet nerd for sure at this point. Not in the same way as Xander, but in a different way.